What's up, everybody? Welcome back to episode 3 of Writing with Rashad, the joy of poetic expression. Join me on this journey as we use our mind on the spot to come up with a poem. Go ahead and grab your favorite pen and notebook. Let's get started. So, we're back here. Just right out the gate, I think that I just been feeling like, I've been working at this little job that I got, trying to take care of some bills. And it just seems to be eating up all of my time, where I rarely have time to even write that much. I mean, when I do, I'm really tired, right? So I'm gonna start it off by saying something like tired from the 9 to 5 grind. Even though my schedule, I go in to work really, really early. I go into work like around like 4 a.m. and work till like 1 p.m. So yeah, I have a really crazy schedule. So yeah, right. Tired from the 9 to 5 grind. Which is true, right? We kind of just like say what's going on. Tired from the 9 to 5 grind. And then one of my techniques that I like to use, and I think that is really easy to use for anybody, is just to stay true to what you feel, right? However you're feeling, just go ahead and write that. So, tired from the 9 to 5 grind. Feeling like I got no time. Because this is how I feel, right? I said like I don't feel like I got much time to write. So tired from the 9 to 5 grind. Feeling like I got no time. Feeling like I have no time. Okay. Tired from the 9 to 5 grind. Feeling like I have no time. So what I'm thinking right now is that it seems that my bills bills take priority over passion, right? So that's just what came to my head, because it's like, oh, you got to pay your bills in order to do your passion, right? So bills take priority before passion. Okay, so that's what it would be for most people. Bills take priority before your passion, unless your passion is producing, money to pay your bills, right? Which I hope one day mine will. So bills take priority. Bills take priority before passion. And like to an artist or to somebody like me, this sounds outlandish, right? I mean, it sounds like the craziest thing ever, that we can't do our passion, and we gotta like work and sacrifice that for just to pay bills. And it's like, yeah, we're just living, not even creating. And if you're an artist, which I believe that we're all artists, you know that like you need to create, you need to be able to create. So bills take priority before passion. To an artist like me, this sounds outlandish. To an artist like me, this seems outlandish. And just like that, guys, we got like the first beginning to the poem, right? So we just stayed true to like how we felt, and like being honest, like having a real conversation, like what's going on, what's happening. What's happening is that I'm tired from working all day and feeling like I'm in a cycle, like one of them hamster wheels, Here, 1 second. My apologies about that. But we're gonna keep going. Bills take priority before passion. To an artist like me, this seems outlandish. So I'm thinking, right? So the TV just like interrupted everything. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use like what just happened, because that's what you gotta do. Use what's happening in your life, right? So to an artist like me, this seems outlandish. interrupting, 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 interrupting my flow, right? So interrupting my flow, like this is all messing up how I want to be able to perform as an artist, how much content I want to bring out, and how often, right? So bills take priority before passion. To an artist like me, this sounds outlandish. Interrupting my flow, something has to change. Something has to change. Something has to go. Something has to go. Like I've said in my other videos, if you guys watched it, like I'm the type of artist where I like to use like rhyming schemes, because I think that it finds its way to people's ears, into their hearts, into like this natural rhythm that we all kind of want to hear when we're reading, or subconsciously, I feel. That's how I've been able to connect with so many people through my poetry. So I like to use that rhyming scheme in my poetry. So outlandish, interrupting my flow, something has to change, something has to go. So interrupting my flow, something has to change, something has to go, right? Start from the top. Tired from the 9 to 5 grind, feeling like I have no time. Bills take priority before passion. To an artist like me, this sounds outlandish. Interrupted my flow. Something has to change. Something has to go, right? And that's how I feel. Like I gotta make a change. Something gotta change. I gotta take something away. I gotta add something. I gotta figure something out so that I can create more time for myself, so that I can do more stuff like this, because this is what honestly makes me happy. And you ever hear like, oh, when you're doing something like that you love, you know, time isn't even a thing, right? You don't even think about it, right? It's like you just flowing. It's all like you just being. You're in a state of like nirvana, like happiness, you know, like just extreme surreal moment, you know. So that's how I feel when I do this, and I want to create more time so I can do this with my time that I have here on this earth. So something has to change, something has to go. And like I was saying, we got to stay true to what we feel. So you just kind of say what's on your heart, right? And right now, mine is like, I gotta make something happen. I gotta do it. I gotta do it, right? So interrupting my flow. Something has to change. Something has to go. Something has to go. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. All right, so staying true. That's like the lesson with this episode here, is just to stay true. Stay true. Say what you mean, you know? Just say what you mean. Whatever comes to mind, say it. You can always go back and edit later, right? So I'm gonna show you a good example of that. I'm gonna try to do that continuously from this point on, right, for the next few lines here. So I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. Okay, so then I'm gonna use some more rhymes right now, because I'm willing to do whatever it takes. And that means like you have to be you gotta be an explorer in order to be that. You know, you have to be like willing to like just put it all on the line, and that takes courage, you know. So you have to be strong, you have to be like a certain character, you know, certain traits about yourself. So I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I've learned many lessons from my mistakes. I've learned many lessons from my mistakes. And like I said, you gotta be courageous, you gotta be an explorer, you gotta be willing to go out into the world and see what it's all about, right? So that's why I say I've learned many lessons from my mistakes. So that's what made me even think about, being an explorer, because like I've experienced a lot, right? So I've learned a lot from my mistakes, and I'm willing to do whatever it takes, because I've already, done a lot. or experienced a lot. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I've learned many lessons from my mistakes. Like I said, this lesson is about staying true to what you feel and what's going on inside your heart and what's going on inside your mind, right? So I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I've learned many lessons from my mistakes. My whole focus is focused on being great. All right? So my whole focus is focused on being great. My whole focus is focused on being great. Yeah. Right. Tired from the 9 to 5 grind. Feeling like I have no time. Bills take priority before passion. To an artist like me, this sounds outlandish. Interrupting my flow. Something has to change. Something has to go. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I've learned many lessons from my mistakes. My whole focus is focused on being great. And I'm just on my flow right now, right? And like I told you, I'm just gonna stay true and like whatever comes to me next. So my whole focus is focused on being great. So I'm thinking something about um, like I was thinking like being out of shape, you know, not exercising can make me out of shape, but I'm thinking something about my art, and then I was thinking art and shapes. So my whole focus is focused on being great. My whole focus is focused on being great. My whole focus is focused on being great. So I'm thinking right now is like, all right, I don't know if that makes sense to y'all. Maybe like my whole focus is focused on being great. So I'm gonna just say my whole focus is focused on being great. I'm not sure many can relate, right? Like I said, because it's about staying true. It's about staying true to how you feel, right? And this is how I feel. I don't know if that makes sense to y'all. My focus is focused on being great. So I'm not sure many can relate. But to me, I'm gonna let y'all know, my focus is focused on being great. That means that like, hey, I'm so focused on that when I start to not get focused on it or get like my attention somewhere else, something in me starts like going haywire, you know? Like I need to like get it together, you know? Like something ain't right. I'll just find myself not being happy or something like that. Or like I can't even explain why, you know? I'm like, why am I feeling this way? You know, I'm just feeling like blah. I'm feeling like, you know, everything is just bland sometimes, you know? So I'm not sure many can relate. When I'm feeling bland, 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 okay, I'm not sure many can relate. When I'm feeling bland, this poetry colors me perfect. So y'all, that's just what came to my mind right now, right? So I said when I'm feeling bland, this poetry colors me perfect. And I think maybe y'all understand like whenever I'm feeling like colorless or like just like, you know, no flavor, nothing like that. When I can do this poetry, it brings life to me. It brings the art to me. You know, it fills up that drawing full of color. You know, that didn't have any color at first. So, you know, this is kind of like where my mind goes, and like that's what I'm thinking along the process of writing these poems. You know, so we're almost at the 15-minute mark. I hope that you all got something from this episode, and like I said, I'm learning continuously about myself, and none of this is scripted. So I hope that you all enjoyed, and I hope that you all can join me again next week for episode 4. And we're going to end it off here. Tired from the 9 to 5 grind, feeling like I have no time. Bills take priority before passion. To an artist like me, this seems outlandish. Interrupting my flow. Something has to change. Something has to go. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I've learned my lessons. I've learned many lessons from my mistakes. My whole focus is focused on being great. I'm not sure many can relate. When I'm feeling bland, it's poetry. Colors be perfect. Thank you. Have a nice day.